Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. My name is Erica Slayton, and I am the Military OneSource Program Manager for the Department of Defense. Today's topic for our COVID-19 update is mobile apps that connect service members and their families to resiliency resources. Joining me to talk all about it is Dr. Anna Keller, who is a psychologist with Marine Forces Reserve. Dr. Keller, welcome to the broadcast. Would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yes, so great to be here, Erica. As you stated, my name is Dr. Anna Keller. I am an active duty Navy psychologist, currently stationed with the Marine Forces Reserve at the headquarters building in New Orleans, or as the locals say, Nolens, Louisiana. So again, so great to be here to talk about our mobile app.
Awesome. You and I did have the pleasure before today's broadcast to talk about your new mobile app called USMC Connect. And, I thought that it would be a fantastic topic to share with the military community today. So, based on my involvement with the My Military OneSource mobile app, I know that developing a mobile app is really a major undertaking. So would you please share with our viewers, what is USMC Connect and what led Marine Forces Reserve to develop it?
Absolutely. So USMC Connect is a reserve-centric free mobile app. And it's set out to do exactly what the name of the app implies, which is to connect USMC reservists, sailors, and family members to resiliency resources. So not only behavioral health resources, but resources that can help them with their personal life, their career, and lifestyle. And so, Erica, as you know very well, the reserves are a very unique population. So the USMC Reserves has 36,000 plus geographically dispersed Marines and sailors all over the United States. And we only have these service members in uniform for a very limited amount of time throughout the year. And so what we found is that there exists a disparity when it comes to access to resources and even just knowledge of what's out there. So we wanted to develop a technology platform that will give our service members and family members access to the abundance of resources that are available.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have to stop right here and just give a shout out to Marine Forces Reserve.
Yes.
I don't know if our viewers know this, but Marine Forces Reserve really gave me my first job and entry into the government. I started as a family readiness officer supporting MAG 49.
Shout out to MAG 49.
Yes, MAG 49, and so it was really great to be able to support geographically dispersed and, Marines who were reservists and their families to connect them to resources, because you're right, they are geographically dispersed. And so any type of resources that we can offer to share with them about, again, the plethora of resources that are available, it's really great. So I want to just dive into this app a little bit more. I'd like for you to share what are some unique features of the app that Marines and their families might find helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. So many cool features to the app. My favorite feature is the help feature. So very simple. This is a feature where you can go on and get streamlined access to all of the behavioral health resources that the DoD has to offer. So one of the things that we hear a lot from our reservists are, it's not that there aren't any resources, there's just so many, and where do we find them? And so this is kind of a one-stop shop where you can find access to resources such as Military OneSource, such as the Psychological Health Outreach Program, the Military Crisis Line. And so just streamline access to all of these resources. We have a COVID-19 portal, which we just added. Erica, as you know, I feel like every other day there's a new military order or FRAGO that comes out with new directives, with new direction on COVID-19. And so this is a location where our service members and family members can find up-to-date information on COVID-19. We also have a Common Access Card CAC portal where our service members are able to access their career information that is on .mil sites by using a mobile CAC reader. So traditionally, you would access this information on work computers, but this secure CAC portal allows them to access this information on their phone. We also have a Marines and Family section that has access to job resources, family readiness programs. And so this is really important for our family members. But that's just kind of a preview of some of the really cool features that exist on this app.
That does sound really cool. You mentioned, again, the COVID-19 section, topics on family members. You also hit on resilience, and it is so important to be able to connect service members and families to a plethora of resources with regard to resilience, especially surrounding COVID-19 and the pandemic. So could you just dive a little bit deeper into the resilience topic of the app? Tell me what is included particularly in that section.
Absolutely, Erica. And I do want to mention one thing about resilience when it comes to the reserves. Even though the reserves are only training for about 36 days out of the year, they're expected to be ready to mobilize when called. And so resilience is extremely important when it comes to our reserve force. So we have a lot of cool information under our our resilience section. One of that being, what's your problem? And so this is where information about very common experiences such as difficulty sleeping, stress management, anger problems, depression. And so it links directly to the Real Warriors campaign, which is an awesome DoD program. And our service members and family members can get direct resources and information on those common issues. It also houses some cool features like motivational videos. So if you're feeling a little bit down, our service members and family members can click on these videos and get motivated. There's also a posters link where units can actually print out really cool posters to kind of hang up around the unit. Yeah, so the resilience feature is one of my favorites.
That sounds great. I could use a motivational video sometimes, so that's great. Literally in the palm of your hand, you can click, a video and get that motivation for the day. So that's really fantastic. Now, I know that Marine Forces Reserve developed this app, but do you have to be a Reserve Marine or a family member to use the app?
So when we created the app, absolutely, we have the reservists in mind. However, this app is beneficial to everyone. We encourage active duty service members, family members, even veterans and civilians who work with service members to download this app, because the information and resources that are housed on our app can be beneficial to everyone. So, a reserve-centric app, but absolutely beneficial for everyone.
Mm-hmm. And as far as the app, you said one thing that is key. It's a free app. So how can users download USMC Connect?
Yes, that's very important. This app is 100% free. They can download it by going onto the Apple App Store, or if you have an Android, the Google Play Store. Simply type in USMC Connect, and it should be the first app that pops up.
All right. Well, while we're talking about, apps, I want to remind you that in that same store, Google Play and in the Apple Store, you can also find the My Military One Source mobile app. And what I really love about these apps is that they complement each other, right? It's for our military community to support them in their readiness and resilience. And while you're, looking at USMC Connect Also within USMC Connect, there is a link to the Military One Source website and Military One Source resources. Again, the My Military One Source mobile app has 37 meal life guides and over 175 related benefits. So there are really a ton of resources here to support our military community, whether you're a service member or family member, or just have an interest in the military. These mobile apps are here. So, Dr. Keller, I have to ask before we wrap up today's session, because you're a psychologist, it's Monday morning. You gotta get the week started here. What is one tip that you would give to service members and their families to help them build and maintain resilience, particularly during the pandemic?
So I think the theme here is connect. So it's so important during this pandemic that you stay connected. I know we hear a lot on the news of social distancing and physical distancing, and that is important. However, social distancing does not mean disconnect. It's important to stay in touch with your family members, whether that means a text message, a video chat, or a phone call. Just staying connected to your support system, making sure you're staying connected with your physical wellness. So with a virtual workout, going for a run or taking a walk, making sure that you're drinking water, getting good sleep. So also making sure that you're staying connected to your physical well-being and then your spiritual well-being. So if you do have a spiritual belief or practice, making sure that you're staying connected to that. So if I can, just sum up everything, it's connection, making sure that you are maintaining that connection during this pandemic.
Well, on that note, Dr. Keller, it was a pleasure to connect with you today. And we thank everyone who connected with us on this broadcast. Please be sure to share it and connect it within your network because these are really some fantastic resources. Again, Dr. Keller, thank you so much for your time today. We wish you well, and everyone, we wish you well. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you.